Hey guys, it took a whole year, but it finally came. The Marvel Legends Spider-Man No Way Home 3-pack. So here's the box. I already opened the figures. And yeah, they're pretty cool. It's a nice box. Now get that out of the way. Now let's take a look at their accessories. So first, Tom comes with two fisted hands. Nice. He has two whipping hands. His wall-crawling hands are already on him. And then Andrew's hands, he has one fisted hand. His other fisted hand is already on him. Two thwippers. One wall-crawling hand. His other wall-crawling hand was already on him. And onto Toby's hands. This wall-crawling hand actually kind of reminds me of that 2002 poster, which a lot of people also said, and yeah, I really agree. And this also is his other wall-crawling hand, and or it could also be like a pizza holding time, like a pizza holding hand, like pizza time. Well, and he also has two thwippers, thwip, and they also come with web lines. All three of them come with the same web line. Now moving on to Tom, let's take a look at Tom. So Tom is pretty cool. He can look onto articulation. He can look up about that much, not a whole lot. Then he can look down about that much, which is also not that much. Range, he can look all the way around. His butterfly joint, it's decent enough. I can't complain. It's pretty good. And his arms can go out about that much. And he has a bicep swivel, double jointed pinless elbows. Yep. And he has a wrist swivel, and he can flex his hands back and forth, and then he can twist his torso 360 degrees. He can crunch forward about that far, crunch back that far, and then he can kick up pretty good. Can't really kick back that much because the butt sculpt, and now he can, yep, he has a good knee bend. He can kick his own spider butt. He has calf rotation 360 degrees, and he can flex his foot forwards and back. Nice ankle pivot. That's a good thing that Marvel Legend figures have that. But another thing I wish these guys had were toe articulation. Like, that's a big missed opportunity, but it's not that big of a deal. I wish these guys had toe articulation, like all three of these guys, like Toby, or Tom, Toby, and Andrew. Speaking of Andrew, let's move on to him next. And I gotta say, he looks pretty good. He turned out pretty well. He has nice silver eyes. He can look down that much. He can look up about that much. He can't really look that. None of these guys can look up a lot. But I guess I can do that that one neck mod people have been talking about. So yeah, he can look around 360. And his butterfly joints, yeah, they barely work. And he can move his arm that far. 360 bicep swivel. Double jointed elbows. Good bend. That's a really good bend. You can move his wrist 360 degrees, flex forward, flex back, or yeah, back and forth. And another neat detail is that he has a web shooter sculpted on his wrist. Unlike that original 2014 The Amazing Spider-Man 2 figure. Like, that figure was so bad. I used to have that figure, but, well, it's... I don't have it anymore, so yeah. Yeah, but this one is such a big improvement. And here's the back spider. So for his waist, he can, for diaphragm, he can go this much, that much. He can crunch forwards that much. He can crunch back a whole bunch. He can really crunch. And then he can go 360. So yeah. And yeah, he can kick forward that much, kick back that much, but not a whole lot. And he can do a real, he has calf rotation or thigh rotation. He doesn't have a calf rotation. And he has good knees. He can also kick his spider butt. And nice flex forward, nice flex back, and beautiful ankle pivot, just like Shartimus Prime says. Well, and he has drop down hips, and so does Toby, but unfortunately Tom doesn't have those. So yeah, I'm not sure if you could tell, but yeah, he has drop down hips, which is neat. Oh man, I'm just so glad I finally have this 3-pack. Even before this 3-pack was announced, I've been wanting this thing. Like, this is exactly how I had imagined this 3-pack to look like, even before it was announced. And it looks exactly how I like pictured it in my head. And now finally, the moment we've all been waiting for. We're gonna take a look at the one and only Toby Maguire. And oh boy, I've been wanting a Marvel Legends figure of Toby for such a long time. You've seen my SHF Toby figure before. A whole bunch of times, him riding his motorbike and whatever. Okay, so onto his articulation, his butterfly joint. Either it's super tight right now or it barely works. Okay, this one works a little better, yeah. Okay, his left arm, he can do a bit of a better butterfly joint on his left arm, for me at least. And he can move his arms that far. Not as far as Andrew, but he can also do a 360 degree swivel with his bicep. He has nice double jointed elbows. He also has a 360 degree with his wrist. He can flex forward, flex back, all that good stuff. And then for his waist articulation, but first of all, just take a look at that spider symbol. That is so nostalgic. Even the back spider, I love it. Okay, so first of all, he can, with the diaphragm, he can go pretty much the same as Andrew, and he can go back really far and go back, frontwards this much. And yep, he can do a 360 degree spin. And for his legs, he can kick forwards about that much. He can kick back really not at all. He could barely do it. And for his, wait, did I take a look at how far he, how Andrew could do the splits. Andrew can really do the splits, and so can Tom. But Toby, it's pretty good, but it's not the best. But then again, I wish these guys also had like toe articulation, and he also has drop downs. Yep, and thigh rotation 360. And he also has a good knee bend, kicks his spider butt, just like the rest of them. And yeah. And he can also move his feet back and forth. Nice ankle pivot. Oh boy. I think this 3-pack, honestly, in my personal opinion, I think this was totally worth waiting for. Especially for the price range it went up for. I think it was real worth it. And now, let's compare the Marvel Legends Tobey figure with the SHF Tobey figure. So the SHF Tobey, he actually, he is the far superior figure compared to the Marvel Legends one. He is superior compared to the one from Marvel Legends, but like, it's, the Marvel Legends one is still pretty cool. They both look good. The colors actually look a little better on the SHF one, but I still don't mind the one, like the color palette that they used on the Marvel Legends figure. I think it's good enough. Like, this is so cool. I've waited a whole year for this thing, and I'm not complaining whatsoever. The only thing I will complain about is that these things should have had toe articulation. So yeah, that's pretty much it for these guys. I hope you all enjoyed. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe. And eat your pizza. Pizza time. Peace out.